Couldn't resume it because it crashed. This has been happening lately. My phone's crashing. I'm going to put sweatpants on because I'm cold. But my phone crashed. Hang on. I just had a bad customer service experience, and I'm not even the customer. Potential customer. I will absolutely never, ever give that restaurant a chance because of a bad customer service experience. And I just want to be your customer service mentor. If you work in the service industry, whether it's for a corporation or a local business, the customer is always right. And the customer is always respected. Period. Potential customers, new customers, all customers are right. Like, unless they're physically like a threat to your store or shoplifting, get law enforcement involved, whatever. But like, the customer is always right. That's literally what was ingrained, like beaten into our skulls, into our heads growing up. I'm not the only person who thinks this. I was just treated horribly on the phone. I can't get over it. And I said I would act it out when I was done eating because I was hangry, right? I was like, okay, maybe I'm hangry and maybe I'll feel better once I eat food because I haven't eaten much today other than a banana. Nope, I'm still angry. So I'm just going to perform a little skit of what happened. But first I'm going to say thank you everyone for being here. If you want to comment, please subscribe in the top right corner. My other live stream crashed. And I don't know what else to say. I don't know why that happens. My phone's crash. So I just had a poor customer service experience. Okay. Number one. When I order food from literally any, when I buy food from a grocery store, I think a lot of you do this. This is something a lot of people do when you go to the grocery store. You get the package of food, and you flip it around, and you read these words. And sometimes you look for, ding, 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 an allergy list. A list of allergens. It's not rocket science. All products. ALL products. All products. By literally the law, or they are all required to have a list of allergens. This is an allergy statement. Boom. So if there's a slight chance of anything, they put this allergy statement out there. So just because it's not made with milk, it's made with cashews, cacao, coconut sugar, cocoa butter, sea salt, vanilla. So just because it's vegan, right? It's vegan right here, vegan. They still have to put this allergen statement out there to save their ass from a lawsuit. Okay? And this is an example of an allergy statement. It has cashews and coconut. It may contain milk, peanuts, and other tree nuts, almonds, hazelnut, macadamia, pecans, pistachio, walnuts. So even though there's not pecans, it's just cashews and coconut, they have to put this statement out there in the rare case something fucked up, someone gets sick. If they don't put this allergen statement out there, and in a very rare circumstance, the nuts are cross-contaminated with walnuts, and someone isn't allergic to cashews, but they're allergic to walnuts, and a shard of a walnut ends up in the bag, they are protected. My phone just crashed. They are protected by this allergy statement. Okay? I think everyone understands what allergy statements are. List of allergens. All food in grocery stores have them. Okay, now that's besides the point. Restaurants don't do this. Corporations do this. Corporations put a list of allergens. Taco Bell puts every single ingredient in everything they have. The Olive Garden has a list of every single ingredient. Why is it that local businesses don't do this, but corporations do? Local businesses never do this. Never. Like, if I were to say I want to order a pizza from a vegan restaurant, there's no list of allergens. There's no ingredients. There's no list of ingredients. Nothing. Why is it that the local business doesn't do this, but Domino's, or maybe not Domino's, I don't know if they do, but Olive Garden does? The local business that serves breadsticks doesn't do this, but Olive Garden does. The local business that makes vegan burritos doesn't show the list of allergens and ingredients, but Taco Bell does. Because Taco Bell and Olive Garden know that they are literally worth billions of dollars, and people will be petty as fuck to find any excuse to file a lawsuit against them. Whereas people don't typically go after small businesses in a sense to sue them. So corporations save their ass by listing every single ingredient in their food because they don't want people to sue them. Small businesses don't do this because they're stupid, and that's why they always go out of business. That's the truth. There's a reason fast food chains have survived this long. Because they're fucking smart. And there's a reason that local businesses don't survive very long. Because they're dumb. So local businesses don't put the list of allergens. They don't list out the ingredients. Taco Bell does. Because frankly, anyone who has a chance to find a stipulation to sue them, Taco Bell's worth billions of dollars. They know that someone's going to sue them. So they save their ass. Local businesses don't do that. They should do that. If they were smart, they would do that. If they wanted more customers, they would do that. And not to mention, they should do that for their customers. Hang on. Alright, so I'm hangry. I'm hangry. All I have eaten today was a banana, half a banana, some coffee, and water. And I'm literally starving and I want a breakfast sandwich. So I go on DoorDash. And the breakfast sandwich I want, the restaurant's closed. Other restaurant has soy, so I can't have theirs that I've ordered from before because I can't eat soy because I'm allergic to soy. And I find another restaurant. It's not a vegan restaurant. It's just a restaurant that offers a vegan breakfast sandwich. So I get on the phone because I'm looking at the ingredients list and I can't tell if they're using soy or pea protein. There are lots of restaurants that use pea protein instead of soy. Some of the restaurants I order from don't use soy anymore. They'll use, what's it called? Seitan. They'll use pea protein. They'll use different types of meat substitutes, and they stay away from soy. But this restaurant, I didn't know if they use soy or not. So I get on the phone and I call the restaurant, and it's a robot, and I have to listen to all the menu options. So I click the menu option to be connected to a human. Let's just pretend the restaurant is called Not Vegan Restaurant. So a woman answers the phone and says, "Hello, Not Vegan Restaurant." I say, "Hello, I'm in the process of putting together a DoorDash order. I want to get this vegan breakfast sandwich, but I don't know what the ingredients are in the breakfast sandwich. Does it contain soy? Because I'm allergic to soy." Or wait, no, I didn't say that part. I didn't say I'm allergic to soy, that part. I said, "Does it contain soy?" That's what I said. I didn't say it does. I didn't say I'm allergic to it. Okay, so I said, "Does it contain soy?" And she says, really fucking rude. Really rude. She goes, so let me just start over because I fucked it up. Robot, I hit the menu button. I'm on the phone for like a minute with this fucking automated robot. I hit the menu button. She goes, "Hello, Not Vegan Restaurant." I say, "Hi, I'm putting a DoorDash order together. I want to order this vegan breakfast sandwich, but I don't know what the ingredients are. Does the vegan breakfast sandwich contain soy?" She says, I don't know. I'm assuming there's soy in there somewhere and something. And I said, "Okay, or what's the soy in? Is it in the vegan egg or in the vegan sausage patty? Because on the menu it says plant-based. So I just want to know if it's made with soy or pea protein. She said, I really don't know. I don't know. It's in there somewhere. I'm sure it's in there somewhere because it's vegan. And I said, oh, okay, well, could you find out really quick just in case? Because some restaurants don't use soy. They use like pea protein. She says, well, it's the Impossible brand. It's whatever that is. It's the Impossible brand. And I said, okay, thank you. And she just hung up on me. That was like, and I'm sorry, I'm serious. Like, if you were to have just like heard the anger in her voice and how fucking rude she was, like, I wanted to snap. Like, first of all, you dumbass, you are dumb, okay? Because if someone's calling and, first of all, your restaurant should have a list of allergens. The ingredients should be listed out of the food you're selling. And if you can't list out the ingredients, you should at least have the human decency to list out the fucking allergens. Next, if someone calls because you are negligent and you're not sharing the list of ingredients and you're not providing an allergen list, you should not be a jerk to someone asking if there's an allergen in the food you're serving. Second of all, if you truly don't know, you should spruce up your knowledge and study the menu. Because every single restaurant I've worked for, before I was out on the floor, before my first day, they made me study the menu. Finally, if you don't know, you should at least fucking find out. Don't get nasty with the customer for asking a question and being decent. Like, what? Like, what? That was crazy. That is actually insane. That's insane. Anyway, I don't know what else to say, so I'm gonna go battle on favorite app now. But yeah, people suck. They really do. They really suck. I can't stand them. I really will never. I've never had at that restaurant in my life, and I'll never buy from that restaurant in my life. So there you go. I know that you're like really curious and you want me to show you, but I'm not going to do that because unfortunately there's so many trolls on the internet that they'll start harassing the restaurant and I don't even want to do that. So, but this is a restaurant I've never ordered from before because frankly the ones I order from are closed and the other one that I like has soy. So like, let me give you an example. This other restaurant I order from, I called because I wanted to know if their vegan chicken was made with soy. So I called and asked. She said, no. She's like, it's not made with soy. It's made with pea protein. And she went into this long explanation as to why they choose pea protein over soy and how they have so many more products. The nicest human I've ever heard of in my life. Super nice. That's how you should talk to customers or potential customers. You shouldn't treat them like shit, like they're wasting your time and burdening you. You just figure out the answer. Like, are people that dumb that they think that, like, why would I go out of my way to call if it weren't important? I genuinely think it's because it's a vegan breakfast sandwich and this person doesn't like vegans. That's got to be the only answer to that, like, behavior. Unless she's just like that with everyone. Terrible customer service. Terrible. 10 out of 10. Arguing with me, getting defensive, getting angry, blatantly admitting you don't know what's in the food you're selling, being too lazy to figure it out. My God. People need to get a grip. Serenity. So you're telling me if I go on DoorDash right now and I search like Taco Bell, okay? If I go to, say, Taco Bell on DoorDash, they have to provide ingredients and allergens. So if I go to the bean burrito, it says warm flour tortilla, refried beans, red sauce, diced onions, shredded cheddar cheese. I get it without that, by the way. This is lacto-ovo, allowing for dairy and egg consumption. Prepared methods may lead to cross-contamination with meat. Versus, like, their red sauce. There's no ingredients on the red sauce. They just have a vegetarian logo. but their website has it. I'm not moving on because this is the topic right now. Or if we do, I'm trying to find a restaurant that has soy in it. A chicken bowl. It says what's in it. Let's go to like a local business. Just like a random local business that I've never heard of. Mexican. Don Taco. Never heard of that before. Then I click on, say, quesadillas. Flour tortilla stuffed with cheese, your choice of grilled meat or veggies, and your choice of unlimited toppings. Serve it with a side of rice. I don't know. It doesn't say. Let's go to a vegan restaurant. I'm going to type in a vegan restaurant real quick. Subway has vegan. I don't think Subway has anything vegan. Why is Subway first? That doesn't even make sense. All right, let's do this one. There's a vegan bakery I've never ordered from before. Vegan cake with vegan buttercream frosting. Yeah, it doesn't give the ingredients. It just says cakes, pastry cream, sweetbread. So you're saying if I, like this, I've never ordered from this bakery before. It looks delicious. But I don't even want to throw them under the bus. But if I, for example, am looking at this and there's no list of allergens, that's against the rules? Is that what you're saying? Because there's definitely allergens in this. Because they're probably, they have nuts and seeds. But they don't put that on the thing. Lots of vegan, not even vegan. Okay, let's say if there's, yeah, there's lots of stuff with nuts and they don't specify that. It doesn't even say if it's gluten-free. Like this one's chocolate pecan pie, so obviously there's pecans in it. I don't know. Yeah, they should have a list of allergens. Most places don't, though. That's the thing. Why don't they? I don't know. Why don't they have allergens? They have to disclose nuts for sure. They don't. They don't. I'm not allergic to nuts. But it's a fact that most vegan frosting has nuts in them. I know, that's what I'm saying, dude. Because I'm allergic to soy. Like, I'm dead ass, because most vegan pastries and stuff like that have either coconut cream, coconut flour, because coconut is like the number one. Beep, beep. I went on their website, and their menu on their fucking website did not have a list of allergens. And then when I called, the woman got defensive and rude and like annoyed. I will say it again. I called the restaurant. Thank you, Darren. It was a menu item. It was just like I had to listen to a robot, and then I had to press the number, pretend it's 7, and then pretend the woman's like, "Hello, non-vegan restaurant." And I'm like, "Hi, I'm putting a DoorDash order together, and I want to try your vegan breakfast sandwich. Does it contain soy?" She's like, "I don't know. I'm sure some of it contains soy because it's vegan." And I'm just like, "Oh, okay. Do you know if that is like the egg or the sausage patty or like the toppings?" I was being so nice. And so she goes, "I don't know. It's in there though, I'm sure." I said, "Okay, do you know for sure which it is? Because if it's the sausage patty, it could be pea protein or it could be tofu." She's like, "We use the Impossible brand, so it's probably got it in it. It's probably in it." And I'm just like, okay. And then she hung up. It was so rude because it's like, okay, hello, you're already failing to provide an allergy list, like your business that you work for. Don't punish me for playing it safe and asking and calling. Don't get nasty with me. No, I was being really nice. Hi, Sebastian. What's up? I was being really nice and professional and kind and respectful. Always talking really sweet and nice when I call places just to ask a nice question. I've called lots of restaurants in the past to ask if their products contain soy, and they've always been really nice and respectful, but they're typically vegan restaurants. So this was not a vegan restaurant. So maybe this person just hates vegans. Dude, that shit pissed me off. That shit made me so fucking angry. Because it's like, wow, you're already like, your business is already not providing a list of allergens. Like, I would love to eat it if it were made of soy. I'm fucking vegan. I can't eat it. I'll get sick. I cannot eat soy in that shape or form as like tofu and edamame and stuff. I can have it in trace amounts. So if there's soybean oil in something like salad dressing or Oreos and stuff, that doesn't hurt me. But if I have soy sauce or tofu, I will be sick for like 2 days. I won't be able to live stream all day. I'd have to just go to bed and throw up and shit. It's not a good experience when I eat soy. And yeah, MSG also, I'm sensitive to MSG, but I can eat MSG. Someone said this earlier that MSG has something to do with soy. Hang on, I'm gonna. Okay. Dude, I feel like I'm gonna have a carb crash though, because I just had that breakfast sandwich and then I had that muffin. Maybe I shouldn't have had the muffin. um. All right, I might want to take a nap.